The Luck Stops Here podcast is brought to you by Underdog Fantasy. Underdog Fantasy is the easiest place to play fantasy sports. It's also the fastest growing fantasy app in the industry. I like to play the Pick'em game. We'll be giving out a lineup for that, or an entry. A lineup for that, I guess is what it's called. Where you pick your favorite players will have a higher or lower stat total in this week's games for a chance to win big. You can win up to 100 times your money in a single night. Pick between 2 and 5 players to build a single Pick'em entry. You can also make a rivals picks, which pitch 2 players against each other head to head, like which player will have more yards or more points in basketball, whatever, rebounds, assists, field goals, you name it. All right. So, it's really easy to use. Me and my friends love using this. As you know, I like to give these picks out every week. So you sign up for today with promo code LSH and get your first deposit doubled up to $100 as well as an instant pick'em special. Visit underdogfantasy.com or find them in the App Store. And don't forget to register with my promo code LSH to get your first deposit doubled up to $100 as well as an instant pick'em special. Must be 18 and over and present in a state where Underdog Fantasy operates. Terms apply. Concerned with your play? Call 1-800-522-4700 or visit www.ncpgambling.org. Yeah, bitches, we are back and live again this week. So if you're still over on Spotify and Apple Podcasts or wherever you might be listening, get over to our YouTube channel, hit subscribe, like, and turn notifications on so you know when we are going live. We got a fun show for you this week. So without further ado, I'm going to bring on our guest, longtime friend of the show, Mr. Cornell Reid.
What's up?
What's up, brother? How you doing, man?
I'm doing well. I'm about to sign up for some Underdog Fantasy now. Sounds like a good deal you got working with them.
Yeah, dude. And I also got mybookie.ag, which we'll be talking about later, too. It's also a good deal.
I can't wait.
But no, Underdog's awesome, dude, because it's a fantasy game. It's not prop parlays at all. See, there's legal terms I have to use.
Right, of course. I know
because of the states they operate in and stuff. So,
I can tell the difference.
It's a fun way to play fantasy, guys. If you know what I mean.
Yeah, I do a lot of fantasizing.
Generals were due.
I do a lot of fantasizing myself, especially when I'm around my computer.
Yeah. So. Dude, so okay, I gotta tell you something because, dude, right before we got started, I texted you, I was like, hey, I'm gonna have a cig real quick and we'll get started here. And I was having a little tech issues. That's why we're running a little late tonight. Sorry about that for people that thought we were going at 10:30 on the dot. I apologize. That's why you turn notifications on to see when it's gonna start, you guys. See, that's how that works.
That's how it works.
I was out there smoking a cig, and earlier I heard someone kind of like, I thought so. I heard someone knocking on my door, but the way my place is on the upstairs guy. Sometimes it sounds like their door is my door. Like, it's like the security, like metal doors kind of thing. So sometimes it just sounds like they're loud and stuff. So I didn't think much of it. And then I was out on my balcony smoking a cig, and this guy walks by. He's like, dude, I'm so sorry. I thought you were my Airbnb. And I was trying to get in, and I realized I saw your security cameras and stuff. And like, I'm wearing a camouflage hat, as you see. So I definitely look like the kind of guy who has a gun. I do. And so a guy with a Hawaiian shirt and a camo hat, you got to watch out for him. Because he's the guy who likes to party and has a gun. It's
right. Maybe party with the gun.
Yeah, you go gun parties, dude. And
I love them. They're big in Nevada.
It's fucking big time out here. So yeah, but that's like the second time that's happened to me now. Where the other time someone woke me up at like 2 a.m. thinking I was their Airbnb, and I was like, no, motherfuckers, dude. They're like, this is the place. I'm like, no, it's on the other side. Because there's 4 units in like the little building.
Yeah.
Me and the person upstairs, and then 2 behind us, kind of thing. It's all kind of connected.
Got it.
It's a whole thing, dude. And like, yeah.
And by you mean like a little condo, but really what is actually called by most people is cell block, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
This is actually This is see, I'm in like the mafia, so I get like the Goodfellas style, as you can see.
Yeah.
I have a nice cell. I got a whole kitchen and stuff. I make steaks in there. It's great.
That is a really nice prison.
It's top notch. There's a golf course around the block. It's good stuff, dude.
Yeah,
we even got casinos down the street.
Yeah. Yeah, for a prison for all perverts. You sure got it good.
Oh yeah, dude. Oh yeah,
pervert. You're in pervert prison.
Pervert prison. Oh wait, no, I don't want to be like. That's the prison for the guys that have to go around introducing themselves to their neighbors.
No, it's not as bad as sexual predator prison.
Okay, yeah, it's predator prison.
Collar crime version.
Yeah, pervert prison. Yeah, it's
a little lighter sentence.
You know what? Speaking of perverts, I was thinking about this. In the movie Revenge of the Nerds. This is so off topic, and I did not have this scripted. But like, it's funny how in Revenge of the Nerds, there's like most of them are traditional nerds, right?
Yeah.
Lewis, Gilbert, Poindexter, obviously, like Wormser. They're like straight up nerds. But then you have like Booger, who's literally just a pervert.
Yeah.
He's just like.
Yeah, I think back then perverts were nerds. They didn't really know.
They didn't have a box to fit in. And then Lamar is just a gay dude.
Yeah. Gay pervert nerd. It was all the same. You're under the same umbrella. Yeah. Not cool. Oh man.
Yeah, it's
so true.
That's money. Yeah, no, I was just thinking about that. Like, I'm like, I wasn't even watching the movie or anything. I was actually watching Meatballs, and I was just thinking of like,
you're watching Meatballs, thinking about
nerds. Well, because there's the character Spaz, and he's just the traditional nerd, and he hangs out with the fat guy, and I'm like, oh yeah, the nerd and the fat guy. That's a classic like buddy duo in a comedy, you know. And then I was like, wait, like. They didn't really have a fat guy in Revenge of the Nerds. They just had Booger, who was just a pervert. And I'm like, and they had Lamar is just a gay. You know, my brain started going from there. Like,
I love it.
Yeah. And then, I mean, I believe in Revenge of the Nerds 2, they convert Ogre into a nerd. I don't know.
That doesn't sound like a good movie. I never saw number 2, and that alone sounds dumb.
The best part of it is when they find. They get stranded at sea by the preppies because they have to go to like Miami for some like or like Fort Lauderdale or whatever for some big fraternity conference. So now they're nerds again when they're on the national scale, right?
Oh, okay.
They became cool on their own campus, right? So now they're on the national scale. And Barry Sobel's actually in this one. He
Oh, really?
Yeah, dude. I'm just thinking about that, but like. No, and then so they end up they're supposed to be this big vote to basically kick them out, and they're taken out in the middle of the sea and stranded by the cool guy frat, and they end up finding an island, like going on this island where there's a bunch of weapons hidden from like Bay of Pigs like era. And they end up storming back and like fucking like the amphibious tanks that go like they like roll up straight on from the ocean onto the fucking conference. And
what, really?
Yeah. And that's like because I remember as a kid seeing that and being like, man, I would love to find a bunch of old Bay of Pigs weapons. That'd be fucking awesome, dude. Like no one would fuck with me at the end, man. I'd be the toughest kid in the neighborhood if I had old stash of Castro fucking guns.
Yeah, I'm glad you didn't find any.
Yeah, this show would be from a much different prison.
Yeah, exactly.
If I would have came across that. Yeah, so dude, no, I was telling you before though, right before we started here, I got a bonus from my work. I work in the weed industry, and they gave me 2 ounces for Christmas, which was fucking awesome. It's like 4 different half ounces, fucking all bomb. I've been getting high as fuck all day. That's the thing, because I had a good stash here before. So here was my morning. I actually got a lot of work done here in the office and whatnot. But then I got really, really bait. I got myself, I was like, oh, I got to get really high so I can go get more weed. So I got like really high at home and then rolled over to the weed shop where it was waiting for me, which is like 20 minutes away, 15, 20 minutes away from my pad. And I'm driving over there, and I'm just hitting my vape pen the whole way, there and back. And the second I get home, I'm like, all right, I got all this new weed to try.
Wow. Wow. So
yeah.
I guess you did a long prep for this podcast tonight.
Oh, big time. And you know what I gotta say is that's the beauty of this new gig, because like I switched companies this year, and in my old place I worked 5 days a week, just regular Monday, kind of 9 to 5 type stuff. But here I work 4/10s. So I have Fridays off every week, and I fucking love this shit.
I love that 4-day work week.
Oh God, it's heaven on earth. I don't get as many holidays, but I realize holidays are for people that don't get 4 days, only work 4 days every week.
Yeah.
I mean, I get Christmas and Thanksgiving. I mean, I get like the big ones, but like,
sure.
Yeah, I work on like Labor Day, but it's like, dude, no, Fridays are my Labor Day every week, dude. Like,
right. That's sweet.
Yeah, so that's why I always tell people to roll out like Thursday nights. If you're gonna roll out, you can get a cheap room for a Thursday night, and we can fucking rage.
All right, now I know. Good call.
Yeah, I was actually thinking, if someone really wanted to go on a 3-day bender with me, the move is to come to Vegas for Thursday night. We get a cheap room here, and then we'll get rooms in Laughlin for Friday and Saturday, because that's only an hour and a half away. Drive down Friday afternoon.
I love that.
Yeah, you've never been to Laughlin, huh?
Never.
Oh,
Never.
Dude, it's great, man. Because I kind of want to do a live episode from one of the little dinky showrooms down there. Like,
that is a great idea,
dude. Because was it last time I went? Maybe it was last time I went. There was a flood, dude. It was fucking wild, dude.
What?
Yeah, there's crazy monsoon hit, and like there was a big flood, and like we literally moved the car because we were loading the stuff out of the car from the front of the hotel into the hotel real quick, and then parked up in the high ground, like in the parking garage right before it happened. Like, it was crazy.
Whoa, crazy. I wonder how many people stayed at the table while the casino flooded.
Oh, dude, it didn't, like, the whole casino didn't flood or anything. Like, not much, like, some came into the lobby up front big time, but like the casino, I don't even think people flinched, dude. Like,
yeah,
dude, it's wild. It's fucking wild, but people will just fucking not even flinch at in casino. Because there was a cop like 2 years ago who got busted for robbing sports books.
What?
Yeah, dude. And he was just rolling straight in with a gun, pointed at him, taking their cash and walking right out in front of everybody in the sports book. And people were so fucking just like focused on their games, fucking what horse races and stuff. No one fucking batted an eye, dude.
No way. He was a cop?
Yeah, and it turns out it was a cop that was doing it. Yeah, dude.
That seems like a TV movie waiting to happen.
Yeah, no, that dude. Yeah, that's starring who?
Starring Ed Begley Jr. I don't know. I don't work in casting.
The sportsbook manager.
Starring Timothy Chalamet or something.
Oh yeah, dude. He's in everything right now.
Yeah, Bob Dylan himself.
Yeah, I saw the trailer for that. It looks like a real bucket of shit.
I only heard good things, but I do love describing something as a bucket of shit. It invokes a very specific image of a bucket filled with shit, which is not what you want to see in a movie.
I normally don't like musical biopics for the most part.
Me neither. I have no interest in that.
Yeah, like, because like the whole like story is the music. Like, it's like you're just doing this to sell a soundtrack.
Right.
Now, I will give exceptions to La Bamba. La Bamba's amazing.
La Bamba's great. I was just thinking of that specific one.
And Ray. Ray was real. I loved Ray because when I saw that, I had no idea Ray Charles was like a heroin addict all those years.
Yeah, and you liked that.
And well, it was interesting, you know?
Yeah. No, it is interesting. It is. I never saw Ray.
That's a good one. Jamie Foxx is really good in that. And he actually plays all his own piano in that and stuff. So I mean,
that's pretty cool.
Yeah, he deserved that Oscar. I don't know what but you know who they should have got to play Bob Dylan? It's our boy Nick Rutherford, the actor, writer, and comedian, and who might not be having as good of a week as Nick Rutherford, the digital racehorse I named. And I'm gonna give you some backstory on this one because this one's very funny. Because this we got a horse and we bought this one horse to breed with a horse we already had, but she came pregnant, so we got to keep the baby, the foal, when it was born.
Okay.
And that foal we named Jumbo's Clown Room.
Oh, beautiful. That is a foal I could bet a lot of money on.
Yeah, right?
I'll toss a lot of singles at that horse.
There's gonna be a lot of singles coming at Jumbo's Clown Room. So then Jumbo's Clown Room had a pretty good run as a racer. Like, we were impressed, actually. And so when it came time to retire her, we were like, well, let's breed her. And I believe this was her first one, just hit the track this week, and I decided to name this one Nick Rutherford, one of our friends who's one of Jumbo's most esteemed patrons.
Absolutely.
I remember one time I went there with him, and he's like, "Hey, I gotta leave, but dude, here's like $20 in ones." And I told them that your next, I put 3 more beers on my card as I close out for you up at the bar. So just hang out for a little while.
Wow. No,
he's like, I don't want you to have to leave because Nick's a good friend, dude. You know?
Yeah, that is awesome.
So yeah, that was, dude. So yeah, Nick Rutherford's having a good run right now. And I'll say this, another one having a very good run to open the career, because our other friend, another friend of our friend, Sean Green. Sean, he's had an obsession all year with Denver Broncos rookie quarterback Bo Nix. So we named a horse Sean Loves Bo Nix. And here's how we're going to find out if Sean listens or watches the show, okay? Because me and Kramer decided, our friend Ryan Kramer, me and him are partners in this. We have the Sable together, and then we also have 2 digital soccer clubs now. Remember, you watched one of the play tests with me at my old digital soccer.
I did, yeah.
So that's in full swing now, dude. Like, we started in Division 7. We won the Division 7, then we won Division 6, and now we're in Division 5.
Wow.
And our first match in Division 5, we won 9-0. So
wow.
we have a loaded roster. I got lucky with winning some of like the elite players and raffles and like just random academy minting that was like a 1 in 1,000 draw. So
Dang.
like just those 2 guys, I realized this was going to be a good team. And then so Kramer came in and was like, well, here's a lot more money to buy like 2 more of those guys. And then now we're like loaded. Do you think of us as like a higher end, maybe not division, like full on Premier League, but like a division, like the Champion League right below that or whatever?
Yeah. Champions League, yeah.
Yeah. So we'd probably be like
Championship
League. Yeah. We'd probably be a team considered around that level, even though we were starting off like it's almost like a little welcome to Wrexham.
Yeah, exactly.
With the profits that we've made already, we bought another Division 8 club. That was essentially a team that was like just on autopilot that had absentee ownership. And now we're using it as like a farm team for our bigger club to get young guys experience. And
wow. So are all these like Division 8 teams that like live and play and practice inside some old Scottish mines or like
it's supposed to be like a fake version of England with all these towns and stuff. It's like a fake England. And some of the names are fucking incredible. Like in our new league in Division 5, there's a team just named Mild. Mild.
I love that. They're going to stick in Division 5.
I told Kramer, I'm like, if we lose to Mild, I'm going to be so fucking pissed, dude. Like, but let me fucking look up a couple of the winners from this season, because there are some good ones, man. There are some absolute gems of a name. Like, because it's all like AI generated. This is why AI sucks, dude. Because like, just get someone in there to make up a bunch of names of like fake British cities. Like, I mean, yeah, the AI ones can be fun, but dear God, oh God, I forgot. This is on. I can, you know what? But I can't really look it up right now.
All right. I'll be
I had it on my phone, but like, no, I can't.
Don't look it up. Don't worry about it. Let's move on. I don't need to know. I
No,
believe you. Mild was a good pull. I don't need
yeah,
any
Mild
more
is a pretty good
examples.
pull. I'm gonna give you some of just here's Division One. Here's the elite of the elite. Okay,
Okay.
we'll just go over these 12 real quick.
Okay.
Finsham Albion.
Finfum?
Finsham.
Fint?
Finse or CEHAM.
Fince.
Like,
Oh,
yeah.
wow. Finsham.
Okay, the next one is Chiacopili. It looks like some like lake in Wisconsin. Like
Yeah.
that's the way I can describe it. Then the next one is the Bills Up Rovers. I don't know if they do go ass up when the rest of the league fucks in. Sorry.
Hey, that could be a winning strategy these days.
Yeah. Next is Crowa Turbin. That they clearly have sod-eye ownership. Next up, Noro. Oh, that's boring, dude. There's nothing I'm not going to do much. Here's where the Chinese came into
norovirus.
The Ling Ongpor Rangers.
Yeah.
Next up, now this sounds like it could be a real team somewhere in the like football association pyramid. Where Sandgrak. Yeah,
I like that name.
That 100% sounds like some beach in England where, like, that sounds like the one nude beach in England. Next up is Bass Turf. Not Bass Turd, Bass Turf.
I'm just picturing the nude beach in England and how traumatizing it would be to come upon that.
Oh man. Next up, Sham Rangers. Like it's like, oh yeah, how good is that team? Oh, they're a sham. All right. Sandherm Park. That sounds like it could be a place.
Sandherm.
And then just Make a Mang.
Make a Mang.
Yeah, Make a Mang. And then Midge Villa. So like that's
Midge Villa.
Midge Villa sounds like a fucking like a little like village where it's just all brothels where it's like, hey, come get your midge.
Yeah, is it
Midge Villa.
Like a slang for vagina or something?
There is a team named like Minge United that they did as a joke that is totally the vagina team.
Oh man, incredible!
And I just got another pool. I remember Earth, IRTH.
That is sick. That is a sick name. Wow.
Earth.
I'm rooting for Earth.
Yeah. Well, you know who I'm rooting for? You, big fella, because you got a special out today that came out right here on YouTube. So
that's right.
I'm going to drop that right now in the comments.
Please do.
You know, if you're watching this or, you know, listening, you know, check us out over on YouTube and make sure you go over and check Cornell's special on YouTube. I got a few questions because first off, did you consult a branding coach?
No, I did not.
Good. Because I a few weeks ago, I made fun of the Brand Queen conference in Florida, saying branding people are worse than the January 6th crowd. And so I was like, oh man, but what if Cornell got one of those guys to, you know, help him on the show? I mean, I'm like, I would look like a real asshole. And so I'm glad you did it because
wait, what's a branding queen? What are you even talking about?
Oh, dude, are you aware of the brand economy?
No.
Okay. You know, people are all about like branding themselves.
Like with like metal, like a cow?
No, like my brand. You know, like all these housewives now think they're like on a reality show, even though they're not.
Yes.
Like they all think I have an Instagram account. I kind of show my pussy. I'm an influencer. You know, like
yeah, that works. I've tried it.
Yeah, no, it doesn't. I showed my beef curtains for a month straight. No one did. I lost a lot of followers. But dude, no, like so but yeah, so it's like, you know, like so what I've come to conclude is like, remember how like there used to be like just full neighborhoods in Silver Lake or whatever that were just like Etsy stores for rich ladies that their husbands got them, so like they can pretend to have a thing, and like it's like these stores that are open for like 3 hours a week.
Yes, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Okay, but I think that demographic has now shifted into like branding and influencer culture, because now they don't have to leave the house and stuff, and they can make cute little TikToks or whatever their chosen genre is, their medium. But like, so instead of having like a product to sell, like a pyramid scheme used to do, where it's like, hey, you got to go sell these fucking candy bars or whatever. Now that's just like, well, I have a few branding coaches that I pay, and they're teaching me how to get some clients in myself so I can help them brand. And I'm going to teach them how to get their own clients to help them brand.
Right. Okay, now I'm caught up.
You're caught up. And so I think it really sounds like they're just, if you just replace a couple key phrases here, the pitch would work exactly for selling only on OnlyFans.
Yes, absolutely.
Which, back to your special, did the OnlyFans people contact you for doing a special?
I've known some comics who have released stuff on OnlyFans.
I think Nate did, didn't he?
Who?
Nate Craig.
Yeah, I think he might have.
I think he did, yeah. Because he's gonna be on the show coming up soon, because he's got a new special coming out too. So this is the spot. If you're gonna do a comic, they got a special coming out. This is a must-do promo.
Absolutely. This is one of the number one stops on the media trail.
Yeah. It's like Conan, me, and then the show formerly known as Come Town. And that's basically it.
Yeah, exactly. I actually canceled Conan to come here tonight. Actually.
But yeah, of course you would. I mean,
yeah, he understood.
Yeah, he's just a podcast now too.
Yeah, exactly. But he doesn't have a digital horse named Nick Rutherford.
No, he does not. He does not. Or Sean Loves Bo Nix. But Sean Loves Bo Nix, dude, by the way. Okay, so but in first 3 races, finished second twice and then won. That one's pretty good too. Yeah.
When you breed the horses, do you get to see them mount?
No. You just like, it just says like a pairing, and then it'll just be like the screen refreshes. It's like, this one's now pregnant in the barn kind of thing.
No, that sucks. That seems like it's cutting out a pretty interesting part of the process.
I mean, the game is 21 and over, so like,
they could have really gone for it.
They could really go for it.
Close up insertion shots.
It just, it's full penetration, dude.
That would have been sick. Oh my
god. Yeah, no, but so you went with YouTube over OnlyFans, because like it's funny, because when I started doing this show live, I was looking at different places where you can stream, and one of the options I have on here on StreamYard is to stream to LinkedIn.
What?
Yeah, dude, because we all know your show ain't shit unless it's on LinkedIn.
That is incredible. People just go straight to LinkedIn to watch a streaming show.
I got to imagine it's just a bunch of dudes reviewing khakis and cell phone holsters. Like there can't be too many layers to that shit, dude. Like,
I saw a cell phone holder the other day, and I was like, it was on this old man, and I was like, you know what? It would be kind of cool to just start rocking a cell phone.
Honestly,
holder.
That could be like the new fanny pack, and like for like hipsters.
Yeah, just
fanny packs have just become normal now.
Right.
I have a couple fanny packs I use for big sportsbook days, because I'll often just wear my velour jumpsuit where everything falls out of the pockets, but I'm comfortable in there. So I bring the fanny pack so I can have my cigarettes, cigars, weed, all these.
Yeah, the necessities.
All my essentials, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I think, fanny packs are cool, but you get the cell phone belt clip. It does mean you have to commit to a belt, which I'm not sure I'm ready for, but
I usually wear a belt. I mean, because like, not usually, I guess. Because like I wear khakis or myself, and I'll wear a belt with that. So like, I'm almost ready.
You're almost ready.
I already wear khakis and a belt, so like the holster is just a natural evolution there.
But it's one more. Feels like an annoying step of putting a belt all the way on and then stopping and having to loop through a freaking cell phone holder.
You know what the fun move could be is to get a burner phone. It's
Ooh,
like a shitty brick like flip phone, and get
yes.
that already has like the loop, so I don't have to get the case.
Oh yeah, you just put it on in the waist of your pants.
Yep, like with my gun.
Oh yeah. Okay, now we're talking.
Yeah, see, you see, it's a whole thing here. But yeah, so with your special, you shot it up in Humboldt, right?
Yeah.
During the festival.
I shot it during the festival up in Humboldt. We rented out this cool place. It's like a jazz club called The Basement right in downtown Arcata. And it's cool because when I grew up there, I grew up in Humboldt. And when I grew up, that place was an Italian restaurant.
Really?
It was like, yeah, it was like the place you'd go eat dinner before going to prom or something like that.
Okay, okay.
And I always knew the owners. They're like friends of the family. They're really cool. And so when they changed it to a jazz club, it looks so cool. It's in this old historic building. I just hit them up.
There's so many cool older buildings up there. Like it's
Yeah. Because the logging was big there, so it was a bunch of like old historic buildings that are pretty well preserved. So yeah, it was this really cool spot. They totally transformed it. Looks great. And
now, was there a
glory hole? A glory hole?
Was there a glory hole there?
Yeah. There wasn't before my show started, but after it was over, there were glory holes everywhere.
So, like, as you're walking on stage, no glory hole. Second
Yes,
you come
right.
off stage, glory holes everywhere.
Yeah. I think people were feeling so much pleasure from my comedy that they just became so aroused. And, you know, that much pleasure just naturally leads to experimenting sexually and anonymously. So glory holes were
Glory hole, yeah, no, that works. No, because I've been watching the clips though of your special. I noticed a lot of the glory holes in the background, so I just wanted to.
Yeah, we tried to cut away from them, but it's just impossible.
No, but you did the right thing though, because you did it in a venue with a brick backdrop. And if you're gonna do a comedy special, people, have a brick backdrop behind you. I think. Hold on a second. See, look at me. I'm a comedian. Look at me. Hey, everybody. I got a joke.
Yeah. If you didn't have that brick background, I'd be like, what
it's not funny if I don't have the brick behind me.
Yeah, exactly. It doesn't make sense. Yeah.
Tell Paul to set that up, by the way. A lot of work for that payoff. But yeah, no, dude, I'm stoked, man, that you did that you went through and did that. So did you like get a whole camera crew and shit? You had to get a whole camera crew and everything together. You have to like when you do something, that's what people don't realize. It's like I'm actually in the early stages. This is the first place I'm telling it publicly. I've only told like a handful of people this. I am in the early stages of doing one of the first. I don't know. It looks like I might be the first documentary for SGPN Films, where I'm working on a fantasy football documentary about the world of high stakes fantasy football and the shit that me and Kramer do, like the FFPC $2,000 leagues where we pay for $1 million and all that.
Wow, cool.
Yeah, and so Ryan McKee, last week's guest, gonna be helping me produce. I'm still getting equipment together, so it's like I've been trying to get some screen tests, and I don't like how some of the stuff looks. So I'm still experimenting with different lenses and stuff, but it's fun. It's exciting.
Yeah. Yeah, getting all those cameras together and the audio and all that stuff is a pain in the ass.
Yes.
But yeah, I don't know. It was a lot of work, but we met some really cool people who were lucky enough to help. I was lucky enough to have help me on it. Yeah, sound guy Brandon was really cool, and we had some other camera operators, and Logan actually directed it.
Awesome. L-Dog. I need to get him on the show, man.
Yeah, the L-Dog himself directed it. And so,
No, I need actually I need to hit because Logan's directed documentaries. I need to hit him up and pick his brain a little before I get do much more on this.
Yeah,
That's
absolutely.
a good idea. No, because like I look, it looks amazing. So yeah, I'm not surprised because Logan's really good at that kind of shit. But yeah, with the stand-up special, especially, man, the sound is so important. That, like, dude, because everybody has good cameras now. Everybody can make stuff look good.
Right.
And I mean, look at me. Like, I'm in fucking decent fucking high definition or whatever, and I'm fucking broke. like, like it's not that hard though to like get decent cameras now. The difference though of decent productions to me is the audio. Like that's where you like the cream kind of rises to the top with stuff, especially in like with podcasts and stuff. It's pretty easy, but like with like web series and like independent films, it's so bad when the audio is bad.
Absolutely. Yeah, the sound being bad can really fuck you up.
It's just brutal, you know, like it is I've been trying to, and if people notice when they listen, I'm trying to record this at a higher volume because when I listen to shows on my earbuds at work, and sometimes people are playing louder music in the room, and it's hard for me to hear when people are recording the lower volume. So I'm like, well, if I record my shit at a little bit of a higher volume, people can turn it down at their own leisure. You can only turn stuff up so much.
That's fair. Good point.
You know, I'm a man of the people. I didn't murder the guy that thought I was an Airbnb earlier.
That was very sweet of you.
Very nice, dude. Very nice. So have you gotten any negative reviews yet on this new special? Because I got a fun little segment here of some bad reviews. The thing I was in got.
I got a couple.
I got to make sure to go in there and leave one. So
yeah. I got just a couple like on the joke clips I posted in different places. Maybe a nope or like a not funny. You know, so you know, and then I look at them and it's like a 13-year-older who's reviewing Pokemon, and it's like, okay, well, you know what? I don't feel so bad anymore.
That's not my audience, and that's the thing, especially with stand-up. It's like, dude, there's so many people in the world. Comedy's such a specific thing for so many people. Like, dude, if only 1% of people like you, that's a huge audience that you have. You know, like,
right. Well, yeah, I mean, you know, I get that person who's negative, and then I get a 12-year-old who's into Minecraft who starts following me and loves my jokes. So it's all over the map. No, that I guess I'm more of a Minecraft comedian.
And you get the 16-year-old that's like, I learned how to jerk off from this special. I had never even tried it before. People have been talking about it all these years, but I never.
Yeah, I do give detailed step-by-step instructions on how to masturbate.
Okay, so all right, dude. So years ago, this is like 8 years ago now or so. Yeah, it came out in late 2016. Yeah, it's about the 8-year anniversary. So this is perfect timing. I had a very, very small part in a Sci-Fi Channel movie called Mind Blown. Literally, it was like a buddy of mine was producing it, and I think he started it too. But like, they were in a pinch, and they needed a guy who could fit in the cop uniform or whatever. And I happened to be like clean cut at the time, so it was perfect for me. And so basically, I just went over after work one day. It was like a 2-3 hour, maybe 4-hour shoot tops for me, and it was like a cataclysmic Sci-Fi Channel movie where the world's about to end, and the shit almost went down, and I'm just as everything's calm at the end, but the sirens and everything are everywhere. I'm just one of the cops taking notes from the witnesses at the end, kind of thing. Like, you know.
Yeah.
But I got to wear the cop uniform in that. But dude, so I was thinking about that, and I was like, oh, I wonder if I got it. Because like, by the way, so one thing is I noticed that someone made an IMDb page for this show.
Sick.
And so then I was like, well, what other weird IMDb? But they didn't tag me and my page on it. Like I have a few IMDb credits, and like they didn't tag me on there. And the Mind Blown, the Sci-Fi Channel movie, is not one of my IMDb credits. I could add myself on there as an uncredited actor, but it's funnier to not, because check out these reviews. Some of these reviews, Cornell. I'll just start with the first one. It's 3 out of 10. Typical made for TV schlock. You may want to avoid wasting an hour and a half of your life and watch something else. or enjoy a hobby or something. Almost anything. While this is somewhat better than typical sci-fi movies, it is definitely a rainy Saturday with nothing else to do type film. You can watch this while doing your homework and never skip a beat. Let's start out with the main synopsis here on IMDb. It's not.
Wait a second. This person said it's better than most sci-fi movies.
Yeah, so like I think that's why I got 3 stars.
Yeah, this person just hates sci-fi movies.
Yeah. Okay. Here's another 3-star review. 5 minutes. That's all you need. You only need 5 minutes to change to another movie. Anyone. Or turn off your TV, computer, phone, tablet, cell phone. It's better than see this movie.
Wow, that's rough.
I
wonder if the 5 minutes they say you need to watch is the 5 minutes you're in.
mean, this might be the best review, not the worst thing I've seen on Amazon Prime, but it's a low bar considering how many got 1 or 2 stars, and some only because they don't allow 0 or -1.
Wow. Wow. See, that one's a positive.
Hey, here's this one. This is a 2-star review, so we're starting to get into the meaner ones. Blows all right. The single and only redeeming quality of this truly insulting poor excuse for a so-called movie is the production design. The occasional special effects is pleasing to the eye. The rest, flush it down with the crap it belongs with. What gets me is the insult of making such a rip-off of concepts and story and less than amateur acting and passing it off to it, the public, like we don't see right through it. Who is this made for? Drug teens similar to the writers and producers responsible? Just insulting.
That's a good review. I like that review a lot.
Here's a 1-star review. We're gonna go to the meat. This might be the meat. Women are different. Usual ill-conceived rubbish. The most ludicrous thing was the suited and booted military types, complete with helmets, except for some reason the blonde woman. Why? I like how he his problem is really with like a plot hole with why is this lady not in the same costume as these other people? That's
right.
That's a very funny critique to have of a shitty movie. But yeah, so those are some of the reviews for Mind Blown. Now I did look up Mind Blown. It's not available for free anywhere right now, unfortunately, everybody. But on Amazon and Apple TV, it is available for $3.99 if you're interested. So if you but
I'm interested.
Here's the thing: is instead of spending $4 on that, you guys can subscribe to my Patreon and listen to this episode commercial free for $1.
That's pretty good. That's a good deal.
Much better deal.
Yeah, that's almost.
You're gonna watch a bad movie for $4. If one of the worst movies ever made is a $4 movie, so my $1 podcast. When you think about it, value, because this isn't a bad show.
This is certainly not the worst podcast ever made. Like the movie.
No, like yeah, when people review the show, they go, "Oh, this is funny and sometimes informative." You know, like
yeah. What was that movie called again?
Mind Blown.
Mind Blown. It's a pretty audacious name too.
Yeah, no,
guaranteeing to blow the audience's mind, and like it's so derivative. And
I want to say I got paid $50. Yeah, and it took like 2 hours. So I remember thinking I got like basically $25 an hour for it. And I got to dress up like a cop, so I got a fun Instagram picture out of it. And then the food was actually really good on the set there.
Oh yeah,
yeah. It was like they had like a really good like Mediterranean catering company come in. So.
Ooh la la.
Yeah, I always remember every acting job I've ever had by the food.
Sure, that's the most important part.
It really is. Like I remember doing a thing that Berman directed years ago that like a Hamid Weinberg, Jay Weingarten, they were in it too. There's a bunch of people in it. Like there's some celebrities and shit in it. But anyway, like the food, they had like this like panini bar where these guys made all these like crazy different panini sandwiches and stuff. And they're all these like little finger sandwiches. Dude, it was so fucking awesome.
That sounds incredible.
Yeah, they had like pasta and salad and stuff, but like the panini bar was like fucking, and they would do anything custom that you wanted. Like,
wow, that sounds like the role of a lifetime.
Oh yeah, because I have done stuff where they're like, "Hey, here's like a loaf of white bread and a pack of bologna. Sorry, you know.
Yeah, absolutely. That sounds like most of the productions I've been a part of.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like
including my special.
No, you don't do a Cornell. You don't work on a Cornell special for the food. You do it for the hand jobs.
It's true. It's true. It's true. In the detailed instructions on how to give them.
And how to exactly give them. All right, so I got a fun segment here because we're almost at Christmas.
Yeah.
All right, and I decided, I was like, oh well, dude, let's pick the Christmas NBA games.
Mm-hmm.
Well, have fun, you know. Well, but then I looked at the schedule, and it's so funny because the NFL this year, it was just like, oh, Christmas on a Wednesday. Yeah, the NBA normally has Christmas solid and solid. You know, Christmas last year was on a Monday, so we did some Monday Night Football in there, and that did pretty well. So, fuck it, we're doing Wednesday NFL this week.
Yep, why
which
not?
Is so fucking funny, and they're putting like Chiefs Steelers on there, like a primetime matchup.
Yes,
like,
yes.
They're just like going full raw dog. But we're gonna. The lines aren't out for these NBA Christmas games yet, but I figure we can kind of just go over them real quick and take a look at the matchups. I thought.
Okay, sounds good.
And then, because you know what I actually went to this year, Cornell?
What?
I went to NBA Summer League.
Really?
Yeah, Thomas and Mack Center. I ran into Joey Devine there, actually.
No way.
Yeah. Yeah, it was great, dude. My buddies from Whittier in town, Tom and John, and they had an extra ticket. They took me and they came pick me up, and we went, and it was a blast, dude. It was fun. Only problem was there was a crazy thunderstorm that hit that day, and so we kind of had to hurry back before it got too crazy. But
dang.
yeah, but I got to watch what was it, like the Spurs and the Sixers?
Fun. That's great.
Yeah, it was really cool. And then I went, dude, and then I also, dude, I've been going to more sports because I went to that UNLV Nevada game with Terrence, and then I also went to what was it? Oh, I went to UCLA versus New Mexico and Arizona State versus Santa Clara basketball here a couple.
No way.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fun.
It was at Lee's Family Fun Center in Henderson, dude.
No way.
Yeah, it was cool though because like Jen works for the like a casino company that owns a lot of the like local bars, and so one of the bars was like right by the venue, so we went there early for like their happy hour and got her 25% discount on top of it. Like it was dope, dude.
Oh hell yeah, that sounds like a great day.
Yeah, it ruled, man. Like we had a good time on that one. Yeah, so okay, I'm gonna look up NBA Christmas Day. Start at 9 a.m. Pacific time, so that's fun, dude.
Dang. Oh,
Yeah.
they're not even giving you time to open presents.
No, dude. Okay, so we start with the Knicks and Spurs in New York at Madison Square Garden.
Okay.
I'm going to pick the Spurs.
Knicks and Spurs. I mean, I gotta go with the Knicks, man.
I know, but I think since this is a league that really tries to market the stars and give them a legacy. I'm basing all my picks on this, having listened to the Whistleblower podcast.
I hear you.
About how NBA games are fixed.
Yeah.
So to me, Wembanyama on Christmas morning going into Madison Square Garden creates a bigger myth around the man.
It absolutely does.
So I'm picking the Spurs to win. And if not, they're going to be an underdog. So I think they're going to cover if not. So take the points.
Does Chris Paul, is he still playing? Is he still healthy?
I'm not sure, dude. Dude, honestly, I am such a TMZ, like, barely follow the headlines, like, NBA fan until, like, usually around the All-Star break. And then I really start paying attention more.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, they could definitely do it. Wemby versus Cat will be a fun first matchup.
No, dude, yeah, I'll definitely be like, okay, because this is one of those days where I'll have my big screen on, and then I'll have the smaller TV on, and then I'll even have the TV that I have in the office here. I'll bring that out there because there's college football, there's the NFL, the NBA, and then there's bowl games, and I might even have something on my iPad going, depending on what else is going on.
Damn. Yeah, you're gonna be busy, bro.
Yeah, a lot of gambling that day. Next up, Timberwolves Mavericks in Dallas.
Ooh. Mavericks have been playing well.
I got to go with Mavericks, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, that seems like too much.
Yeah, you got to go Mavericks.
Next one, That's the 11:30 game. Next one is a 2 p.m. game. That's what I love about the NBA on Christmas, though. Is you get 5 games, dude. That's fun.
Yeah, they go nuts.
All right, so I will watch all 5 of these. Philadelphia 76ers at Boston in the 2 p.m. slot.
Philly sucks, dude.
Yeah, dude. Boston's gonna fucking mop them, dude. Okay, now here, if for gambling wise, also before you go bet on these games, go to mybookie.ag. Use promo code Bowser and get a 100% deposit bonus up to $1,000. That's fucking great money. And let me tell you something. I've had a MyBookie account for years now. I still use it even though I live in Vegas because they offer so many things you can't get other places, like the Gatorade color in the Super Bowl and shit like that. They'll have all that. Like the casinos here don't offer that stuff. And what's great about them is they do the crypto deposits and payouts. So you can literally get paid out if you win big, they'll pay you out within fucking like 5 seconds, dude.
Yeah.
And they have the same game parlay builder now. So you can really get clever with this. And that's what I'm going to say for the Celtics game. Because you could do something with like Jason Tatum over points, rebounds, and assists, right?
Yeah.
You play that up and you even juice it because normally his number on that will be something like in the 40, like in like the 36, like to 40 range, kind of, let's say, right?
Right.
Juice it up to like 50, like on an alt one.
Yeah.
And get better odds, okay? And then juice the Celtics up to win by like 25 on an alternate spread. Parlay that shit together.
Yeah.
That will pay fucking buku. That'll pay for Christmas presents after Christmas, guys. That's what I'm talking about. We're about making money over here. All right. And then the 5 p.m. game, I know you're going to be watching, Lakers at Warriors. Unfortunately, the Warriors don't have a bring your kid to work program the way the Lakers do. So they might be at a disadvantage despite being
they could probably use some of those kids on their team, man. They could use Draymond Jr. and Canning Curry. They stink, dude.
It's so funny that Bronny didn't even was a bench player on a fucking bad USC team.
Oh yeah.
Like a bench player on a bad USC team, and they're like, "No, we think we're gonna draft him because we think they do." Just say, his dad threatened to he threatened to quit if we didn't take his kid, or whatever. Just
absolutely
say it, dude. It's so fucking hilarious how they pussyfooted around the whole thing. It's an embarrassment, really, because there are so many guys who deserve that spot over him.
Yeah, it's true. It's true, but LeBron's one of the greatest of all time. You got to give it to him.
It's like when Dale Berra, Yogi Berra's son, was like a fringe baseball player in the early 80s, but then got caught up in a huge federal fucking scandal for supplying half the clubhouses in the league with cocaine. And I wonder if that's what Bronny's legacy is going to be. He's going to turn into Dale Berra.
Is that true?
Yeah, dude. There's a just look up the baseball coke hearings of the 80s, because that's a big reason why Keith Hernandez isn't in the Hall of Fame now, because he was all caught up in that.
And that's
why Dave Parker just got in. Dave Parker should have got in 20 something years ago, dude. But he was one of the best players by far of his era, but he was caught up in that cocaine trial because that Pittsburgh team was fucking heavily coked out. The 79 World Series team that won the championship.
What about Darryl Strawberry? Is he in the Hall of Fame?
Well, he's not in the Hall of Fame now. But see, it wasn't it was like a distribution, it was a whole Strawberry had drug problems. He wasn't a whole distribution scandal throughout clubhouse. He wasn't trafficking through clubhouses. He had this guy Dale Bear. I want to say he had point men in different teams, where then they were the dealer for each of their teams, kind of thing.
Wow.
It was a whole thing, dude.
Wow.
I could be getting that very wrong, but trust me, Dale Berra Dave Parker, Keith Hernandez were all tied up in that. And Dale Berra, it was easy to just kick him to the curb because he wasn't that good.
Yeah, no chance anyway.
It's just no, your dad was one of the best of all time, but you suck.
Right.
Pete Rose Jr.
Well, it sounds like the perfect guy to be the one supplying all the coke then.
Pete Rose Jr. would have been much better at supplying all the coke.
Yeah, absolutely.
He would have... All right.
That game, probably the Lakers win. I don't know. They both suck. I was talking about it today with my friend who's a Lakers fan. I'm a Warriors fan. They both just aren't good. They're not going to compete at all.
So, you know what might be fun for that game?
What's
It's
that?
a 5 p.m. game on the West Coast here. These guys, it's a lot of veterans. They all got kids and stuff like we've been talking about. They're probably not going to be that into it. Let's take the first quarter under.
Yeah.
Come out sloppy. You know, maybe they pick it up in the second half. Who knows? But we take the first quarter under, and parlay that with both teams' first quarter team total under.
Oh, that's good. I like that.
So you get a little more juice on the same. You'll basically get the same number. You'll be basically shooting for the same number overall.
Right.
But
Right.
you'll get a little more juice on the bet.
Yeah. Yeah, I like that. I like that because they are just, yeah, it's funny. Two of the best players of all time, and both their teams just kind of suck.
I mean, it happens. Well, with LeBron, I mean, the real key there is the Warriors. Their situation is more salary cap related, where you can only have so many great players for so long.
Right.
And when you're that great for that long, it's hard to do what the Spurs did, where you're consistently nailing like that end of the draft, of the end of the first round, where you're getting guys like Kawhi Leonard and fucking
Right.
Tony Parker, like in the, you know, like
Right,
late first
right.
round, second round, like that what the Spurs did there was insane. But like that's really hard to do in the NBA. Is like you're constantly drafting way later, and you're fucking, you know, you got all that stuff going on.
Yeah.
But with the Lakers, it's literally like LeBron's just not as good of a GM as he is a player.
Right.
Like, and like, I mean, the Bronny James, like, yeah, dude, playing with your son, I understand, it'd be great. He's not good enough, dude. The funny thing about this is his second son, Bryce, is good enough.
Yeah, Bryce looks really good, right?
Dude, he's really good. Yeah, dude, he's only like a high school junior right now or whatever. But dude, he'll be in the league in 3-4 years, and I think that's the thing is I don't know if LeBron wanted to hang around that long.
No,
to wait for him. But dude, I think he's going to be a legit player in the league. Like,
that'd be sick.
Well, I mean, we'll see how he does in college, but like, dude, I mean, he'll go to whatever Big Ten college program he wants to go to and be a stud right away. Like that's for sure, dude.
That's sick. Yeah, that'll be fun. That'll be fun to watch.
That'll be a very fun season. Dude, I always kind of think like with the guys that went straight to the NBA, we kind of like, dude, that Carmelo one and done season at Syracuse was so much fun. And like the Kevin Durant
incredible
Texas season was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Like a lot of those one and done guys, like I would have loved to have seen a Kobe like Duke season.
That would have been insane. Yeah. Yeah, it would have been
Dude,
insane.
right? Because I think he was between Duke or North Carolina with him, but he didn't want to be looked at as chasing Jordan's shadow, so he was looking at Duke.
Wow. Yeah, well, we saw through that, Kobe. We all saw you were chasing Jordan's shadow.
But dude, he would have been like going head to head with Vince Carter there.
That would have been sick. Yeah, that would have been incredible.
Did you ever hear about like the AAU team that Kobe, Vince Carter, and like Tim Thomas and all those guys were all on? And like Tim Thomas was like by far the best player on that team.
Yes. Yeah, it's funny how that works out. Or like, you know, I mean, Jordan wasn't the best player on UNC when they won the national championship.
He was a freshman, but yeah,
That's
I
true.
mean,
It's
like,
true. And he hit the game when he shot.
He was like, yeah, he did make the game when he shot. They did trust him with the ball in his hand at the end of the game. But like, no, you're right. He was like the third guy on that team behind Perkins and Worthy.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like, look at that Vince Carter team. I mean, Anton Jameson was
And who is the point guard too? William Avery. He was pretty good too.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because like in college basketball too, you get those guys that aren't necessarily NBA prospects, but they're great college players.
Right.
Like they might be a little too small, not quick enough, but they know how to play that zone defense. They know how to be in the right spot to make their shots. Like they understand the nuance.
I mean, that's why, like, Draymond's the greatest version of that of all time. He's too small, just fucking wins.
Rodman
too, yeah.
Rodman was, I mean, you know, it's funny when you look back on like how like Scottie Pippen came from an NAIA school. And like how like, dude, that's like below Division III.
Oh. Oh
Like,
shit.
they're not even affiliated with the NCAA. It's NAIA. And like,
Oh damn.
he went to Central Arkansas, which is now a Division I school, but it was NAIA when he played there. And it's like, dude, he was still a top 10 pick in the draft.
That's insane.
That's insane. You know, like, yeah, like, all right, okay, we got one more game here on here. Last game of the night, 7:30 p.m. This will be fun. I'll be probably hammered by this point. Oh no, I won't be, because you know what I'm doing Christmas Day, Cornell?
What?
Dude, last year I did it, and I'm doing it again this year. I'm trying a new recipe. Last year I did an orange, but this year I'm doing a honey balsamic, but I'm roasting a duck.
Whoa, good for you, man.
Bro, I'm telling you, like, hey, if it's just gonna be like you and your daughter, girlfriend, and stuff for the holidays, if you're doing a small holiday, a duck is such a perfect, nice little treat. It's like, you know, it's pretty easy to do. It's not much harder than doing a turkey, but it's smaller. It's, you know, it's not as much of a big production. Like, and it's very delicious, man. Like, so I did like the duck, like l'orange, like the French style last time. And it was amazing. It was like a crispy orange duck, dude. It's fucking so good. But this time I'm going with this honey, like a honey balsamic, like lemon fucking recipe I saw.
Whoa, bomb, dude. That sounds great.
Yeah, and the beauty of it is with all the leftover like bones and shit and all the fat and stuff, we made broth out of it, and like the duck broth is so much better than like turkey or chicken broth.
Really?
Yeah, it's like really
Sounds
rich.
good.
And it adds a lot of flavor to like making soups and stuff like that. So.
Oh yeah. Oh hell yeah. You sound like you got a good Christmas plan.
Oh yeah, man. We have a ritual. Like now starting last year, we do the duck at night. But Jen always makes us fried ham and grits, because that's what she always grew up in North Carolina eating. For
That
Christmas.
sounds bomb too.
Yeah. So I always have a bomb ass breakfast, like Southern breakfast, and then I'll make a fancy ass duck for dinner.
Hell yeah. That's beautiful.
Can't go wrong there. But yeah, Nuggets at Suns. Okay, let's get fun for this one. Do we bet Jokic to have a triple double?
That's got to be yes. If you're getting anything over even money to bet Jokic having a triple double, then yes, bet it, because he is automatic.
Yeah, like I feel like that's just the play. I think that's another one where you just juice up the alternate version of his points, rebounds, and assists combined.
Yeah, absolutely.
He's one of those guys that, like, he scores a lot, gets a lot of rebounds, gets a lot of assists, but sometimes one of those categories spikes a little harder than the others. So if you combine them all for the over, you kind of cover your ass.
That's true. That's definitely true. That's definitely true. But he's obviously going to hit points, double digits. And
I mean, he's going to get over 25.
yeah. And it's hard to see him not having a triple double. The guy is just.
I feel like a 30, 17, and 12 game. It'll be something like that.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, and I don't even know. I'm sure the Suns are doing all right. I don't know where they're at really, but
well, here's the thing about the Suns. They're not they failed when they didn't call the WNBA team. They're the Phoenix Daughters. They called them the Mercury. Like, I don't give a shit.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. Don't bet on the Suns.
So you just don't bet on the Suns.
Yeah, the Phoenix fucked up.
The Phoenix is fucked up on that alone. No, and another reason is I live in the desert. I've been having a really bad problem with the cold, because it gets pretty cold here in the winter, believe it or not. Like when I leave for work in the morning, it's in like the early 30s, low 30s usually.
Damn.
But the cold, dry air here in the winter has been making me have a lot of nosebleeds, where I have to fucking constantly use this like saline nasal spray. And at this point in the season, I don't think all of Phoenix's new additions are doing well with that. That's my handicap.
Yep. Oh wow, that's some inside info right there.
That's some inside baseball, dude. Yeah, they're dealing with nasal issues because of the dry desert weather.
Yeah, no way I'm betting on those guys. All right.
Yeah, it's a bunch of dorks, dude. But yeah, so that's our NBA Christmas picks, and we'll do an underdog fantasy pick 'em for this weekend before we get out of here. That's how I like to close these, because you start with the underdog fantasy promo, and then you close it out by reminding people what the
You're a good businessman.
I am. I really am. Yeah, no, I'm not, but like I kind of shouldn't be too hard on myself. I'm like that chick in that meme that like drinks the soda and then like.
Yeah. Oh wow, that was actually a good impression, auditorial.
Yeah, you need to go to the video on YouTube to watch my impression of that girl in the meme with the soda.
It was good. It was good.
Okay, dude. Oh, I love this already. All right. For the Penn State SMU college football playoff tomorrow, Kevin Jennings, the SMU quarterback, we like higher 17.5 rushing yards for him. It's a playoff game. He's a great athletic quarterback. He's a fucking stud, dude. But great athletic quarterbacks, you know what they do in playoff games? They have to leave it all on the line. He's going to be scrambling a little bit more than usual. He's going to be more than likely to take off when that Penn State defense comes bearing down. So I like him over 17.5. You have to take two guys from each team. So let's go with Drew Aller on Penn State. He's been doing pretty well. Let's go with him with over 1.5 passing touchdowns. I feel like I think this is going to be kind of a higher scoring game. I do think SMU covers the point spread. It's kind of a big line. It's like 8.5. But I do think Penn State gets the win, but it should be pretty high scoring. And then let's also go with the running back from SMU, Brashard Smith. Back to my handicap on everything's on the line in the playoffs. You're more likely to throw it to the running back for safe yardage. And so over 21.5 receiving or higher, excuse me. Don't kill me, underdog mafia. Higher 21.5 receiving yards for him. So yeah, we're doing Drew Aller over higher 1.5 passing touchdowns. Kevin Jennings higher 17.5 rushing yards, and Brashard Smith higher 21.5 receiving yards. And dude, let's throw another guy for Penn State in here. I'm going to see how this pays. Okay. Nicholas Singleton, the running back, higher 99.5 rushing and receiving combined.
Whoa. It's a good game.
Okay. Watch, dude. Let's see what this pays. Because, like, dude, my Cam Scattaboo, like, I picked, like, one of the crazy ones on him, like, a couple weeks ago. And that was money if people had that. Dude, so if you put those four together, that's 6 times your money.
That's good. That's nice. That's a fantasy I can get behind.
You know what kind of fantasy football I like? Kathy Ireland in Necessary Rough.
Oh, yeah.
You know it, dog. All right, Cornell. Well, thank you so much for joining the show this week. This was a blast. Where can people I put this link to the special here in the comments on YouTube. Where can people find you and what else you got going?
Yeah, I'm at Cornell Reid on Instagram. I think I'm Cornell Reid 1 on TikTok because I had an old account, but I don't know how to log into it. So so don't follow regular Cornell Reid, but and then look me up on YouTube, Cornell Reid Live from the Basement, out now.
Hey, and we're and you can follow us both on Blue Sky now. We're both.
Yeah, and I don't know how to say your name is like. My name's like cornellreid.bluesky.social or something.
Yeah, mine's like
that.
Scott-Bowser.bluesky.social. But if you're on there, look up Scott Bowser, and like there was already a Scott Bowser on there, and it kind of pissed me off because the same thing happened to me on Twitter where I had to use the underscore on Twitter. I have to use the dash on fucking Blue Sky. There's always some weenie Scott Bowser. So if you are listening to this, in addition to going to whether you listen like Spotify, Apple, or whatever, leave the 5-star review and leave a nice comment. That really helps. But also, subscribe to the YouTube channel, turn on the notifications, leave us a like. That also helps very much. You can also go subscribe to our $1 Patreon if you don't like the ads on Spotify and whatnot. I don't blame you. But the website's coming soon. You can also, use our links for MyBookie and Underdog Fantasy here. That's all helpful. But the most important thing you can do is if you can report the guys that would have the Scott Bowser handles I want on other social medias for like, I don't know, pedophilia or like hate crimes or
please do this.
Please do that so I can have the handle I want. Okay. I think that's not too much to ask. Like
no, this is important. This needs to be done.
It really is important. It's very important. Like there's a hierarchy of the world right now. Is like, well, we need affordable health. Like, I need my handles, and then like way down here is like affordable health care and like housing and all that kind of stuff.
That's right.
But like my handles, much more serious issue in this world. So, Cornell,
get the man's handles.
This was a blast, bro, dude. This was a lot of fun, man.
Hell yeah.
Oh, I fucked up though, dude. I had the music cue ready for our NBA talk, and can I just do it now?
Please.
Come on. You know, we talked basketball. So, dude, I say we just close out everybody on this. Thank you so much, everyone. God bless you, and keep gambling.